time no see. It has been a year. It's been a year since I posted my last video. I think the best way is just to dive right into everything that I wrote. So if you're new here, I also don't have that many videos up. So I think pretty much everyone is new here, including myself. We're all new here. My name is Madison. Today's gonna be a re-intro slash relaunch slash let's catch up because it's been 12 months last time I saw y'all, so we're just gonna get into it. Yeah, if you see me looking in this direction, it's at my laptop. This most recent hiatus was embarrassingly long. I'm in an entirely different office setup, as you can tell, than the last time you saw me, and there hasn't been a glimmer of movement on my channel for an entire year, which is so crazy for me to think about because I feel like I blinked and boom, 2023 like flew by and was gone. Like how it was 2022 and now it's 2024. What happened? You know that weird feeling where you know someone by face but not by name? You may have never talked to this person before, but they're a familiar face at a place you both frequent. And you could point this person out in a crowd and be like, hey, I think that's so-and-so from the gym, or that's that one girl from marketing. Well, this type of scenario happens all the time working at a corporate office where some coworkers you know by sight but not by name, and you've never formally spoken to them before. So when you do finally speak to this coworker, it's this weird, I know you but I don't know you, but I kind of know you but I don't really know you. That's exactly how I feel right now on this channel, where, you know, never really had a formal introduction, and maybe y'all don't care, but I care because I feel weird. I feel weird talking to the camera. I'm also experiencing this weird growing pain where with my last 4 videos, I saw a noticeable little boost in subscribers and views, but I haven't established the foundation of my channel yet. I haven't established a relationship with the audience, nor do I know who my audience even is. Now listen, I'm not saying that I'm slaying the YouTube charts on my way to a play button type shit. I'm very aware of the fact that my channel is currently tiny in comparison to others. At the moment of filming this video, I have 213 subs. I never try to compare myself to anyone else because there really is no point playing the comparison game. It serves me absolutely nothing to compare my life's journey to another's or my channel to someone else's channel because I will never be them and they will never be me. So with that being said, when I talk about my channel today, I don't want it to come off like I have this overinflated sense of self about the success of my channel. You know, I realize she's cute. She's giving startup vibes, not really giving corporate vibes yet, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Everybody starts somewhere. But things finally clicked for me on this channel in a way that I never expected them to. The setting is mid-2022. I'm 22 years old, working my little corporate job, stuck in a creative rut when we went on a trip to Vegas for my boyfriend's birthday. This trip stands out to me personally for a couple reasons, but the main one being that this trip caused me to reevaluate my relationship with Instagram. I kept thinking about how silly I was for placing all this unnecessary pressure on myself to live up this trip online for others to see, when in reality, nobody gave a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck about my trip to Vegas and how I would be posting about it on Instagram. Like, all this pressure was for what? My ideas surrounding this topic just kept swirling around in my head for months. Writing was the only outlet that I could think of to get these thoughts to stop racing in my head. And from that Vegas trip, my first video essay was born. This was the first essay that I had ever written in my entire life where I was not given the prompt by someone else and where every aspect of the writing came from me. Up until this point, I only wrote in a formal academic setting. I learned to write where everybody else learns to write, by writing essays in school. Now, something to know about me is that your girl took school extremely serious. As a child, I performed very well in school and I cared deeply about my grades from a young age. I've always randomly been the best at reading and writing, and I don't even really know how or why, to be quite honest. As a kid, I could never remember all the different English rules, no matter how many times the teachers over the years taught them to us. Even now as an adult, I think I would struggle to recall the different grammar rules in an English class, but somehow I always scored excellent grades on my essays as a kid. Since I grew up always earning an A for my writing, the one time that I got a B on my sophomore honors English essay left me mortified. Like, here I am, 24, almost 10 years later, still talking about this B. I saw that B as a failure, and I took that lower score to heart. Looking back at my perceived failure, it should have been clear to me then that I deeply cared about writing in more than just a nonchalant manner. But I've learned over the years that life has a funny way of teaching you things about yourself over time. With those video essays, I realized that if I combined two different interests of mine, writing and making videos, into one, that there could be something immensely special there. Even if this all flops and I end up looking stupid, I now realize the exact kind of videos that I want to focus on making, which is videos centered around my writing. Although I'm still trying to figure out what that looks like. I know I've been MIA online and I've been desperately waiting to come back. It's just that nothing felt right. Since my hookup culture is toxic video essay, no other essay has made it out of the drafts. I tried again to finish another essay, and before I knew it, I looked up from the madness of life and almost a whole year had passed since I posted my last video. I never stopped writing over the course of last year. I was always scribbling my thoughts down anywhere I knew I could find them again. It wasn't until October of 2023, after months of mentally beating myself up, that I finally developed a deeper understanding of what my problem was. The issue wasn't that I couldn't find anything to write about. I had plenty of half-started pieces left unfinished. My issue was that I mentally placed myself into this tiny little box of what form was acceptable to write in and what form wasn't. But one day, while reading 1984 by George Orwell, I realized that the only form of acceptable writing a person can do does not have to be contained to essays alone, because 1984 wasn't an essay. It's a novel, it's a story, it's a piece of literature where academic rules are bent and used to create style. Orwell style, which is different from Sandra Cisneros style, or Malcolm Gladwell style, or Joseph Conrad style, or Maya Angelou style, and on and on and on. The academic essay is an amazing way to write a paper on your analysis of a subject where you are constructing an argument and supporting your claim. However, sometimes there simply is no argument to make. Sometimes there is no point to prove. Sometimes the writing just is what it is, and it's up to the reader or the viewer to allow the piece to impact them or not. I realized that It was the word essay itself that was keeping me down. It's what the sample of Robin Williams said in Mac Miller's song Soulmate.
But you can do anything you want. You are bound by nothing.
I am bound by nothing. I can write in any way I want, create a story and tell it in any way I please. With writing, you can move mountains, create new worlds, fly on a flying carpet, live in a house on Mango Street, burn down books at Fahrenheit 451, travel to the heart of darkness and back, marry 7 husbands but love none, live on an animal farm with 4-legged diplomats, have death tell the story of a little girl growing up in World War II Germany, become Lord of the Rings, or take the Iron Throne in Game of Thrones, go on crazy adventures with your brother in a magic treehouse. The limits to writing are only the ones we create in our minds, and I want to explore mine. I want to explore my ideas through writing. I want to tell stories and share experiences of mine with others. I want to write, but I want to write well. And in order to write well, I need to write often. I need to finish pieces and learn from them like I did when I failed and got a B. I'm not entirely done writing essays, and there will be plenty more video essays to come.
Organizing a well-written essay is a calling of mine that must be done.
But there is a space on this channel for me to write more than just essays, and in order to challenge my penmanship and stay consistent, I need another avenue of writing to work on. That brings us to the title of today's video. The title of today's video, Scribbles Volume 1, An Introduction is Made, will be the first piece in a new series of videos that I'm bringing to this channel. Over the course of last year, as I was struggling to complete a new essay and post a video, I noticed that while I couldn't finish an essay, I also couldn't stop writing. Because as mentioned earlier, not every topic fits the confines of an essay. With all these different aspects in mind, from the ashes of writer's block, Scribbles was born. Scribbles will be a series of videos that is exactly what it sounds like. Scribbles. According to the CambridgeDictionary.org, to scribble is to write or draw something quickly or carelessly. What is that something, you may ask? Something can be anything. Scribbles will be videos centered around my writing, where the writing can be about any topic, structured in any way, written however long or short my heart desires. Sometimes the scribble may resemble a formal essay. Sometimes it may be a random collection of lines thrown together to try and create something beautiful. A scribble can be about everything and nothing all at the same time. Maybe the scribble will resonate with you, or maybe it won't. Either way, it doesn't matter, because a scribble is a scribble. Nothing more, nothing less. Scribbles is also a way for me to post more frequently on this channel so that I can remain consistent on here. Because even when I do get back around to posting more video essays, let me tell you, video essays are so much freaking work, and I am just a one-woman show. To craft a well-written argument takes time, more time than what is acceptable to be consistent on YouTube. The Scribbles series will be a way for me to keep writing and to keep posting in between the mammoths that are video essays. Hopefully, there are still some of you watching at this point. I know this video isn't the most riveting to watch, and I imagine she won't be my magnum opus. But Scribbles Volume 1, you have transformed my way of thinking about writing, and I already feel so much better having made this video. 2023 was somehow one of the best years, but also one of the worst for me at the same exact time. I felt the most secure in myself and the most unsure of myself more than ever last year. The first few scribbles will tell you a story of what 2023 was like for me. And in doing so, I hope I'm able to make you feel a little less alone in the struggles life throws our way. Aging is hard. Watching time pass is painfully bittersweet. I thank you dearly for spending some of your precious time with me today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! I think that's a wrap. I think that's good.